Sweet. We're live, Kara.
Hey,
Are you
Mike.
live? Are you live and
I'm
alive?
live.
Sweet. I
Yeah.
too am live and alive. You guys, welcome to another episode of MK Potcast. We're going to be jumping into shit and going through things really, really quick so we can get to our special guest and he can ultimately blow your minds. Helping understand what is NFTs for him, what is utility, and how is he leveraging it for you, me, Kara, all of us as a collective in the NFT world, but also in the cannabis world. So I'm super excited. We're going to go ahead and play our little waiting room music. This one is from the Faceless Architect, faceless-live.com, and that'll get you entered into the Faceless Nation's website. And yeah, it's just it's a fun world when you get to spend your time with amazing individuals that create awesome music, and we get to share all that with you in the community. So hacking up a U-Bung, get your own. This one's mine. We will have some giveaway here soon. Please invite, share, and let everybody know we're going live. And we will be getting this show rocking and rolling soon. Make sure, look at the bottom. Let StreamYard access your account so we can know who is talking. But here is our waiting room. So we'll be right back. Add the stream.
They all fight. Let's go. What the beast of the earth. They are fighting. While the beasts of the earth still feed off the.
Let me show you something.
We can get burly remarks and dodge. You can't stay the king of the parking lot. I don't stay scared if you bark a lot. Spend too much time around parks and shots at the park in the dark with the heads hang low and the primo smoke to wash out your clothes and the weed don't smoke. Does failed your test violation, probation. The case can't rest. Violation of the nation face down in this mess. Corporation motivation when the police confess. Manufacturing the product of criminals. They don't try to hide it subliminal. The products in the pocket of the prison holes, and we are the product. They sell back our souls. We are the prophets and hell as it goes. We are a populace who fell to the ghosts of the prophets. Prophets in prison of logic. War on drugs is driving the stock. Said the war on drugs. This was driving the stock.
Let's go.
The beast of the earth still feed on the poor.
Talking in Angus, freedom and peach, man of the land, and the anguish he speaks. TV potholes, deep like Atlantis, free from the land with plans of expansion. My angle's the dankest, jammed with the rapids, painting the mansions, smoothing the blocks, strudels a pop, move it you lost, tough sounds.
Let's go.
Let me show you something.
Don't leave me.
Let me show you something.
Don't leave me.
Let me show you something.
Don't leave me.
Let me show you something.
Don't leave
Beast
me.
of the earth still feed on the poor. Some teachers are preachers and keepers of love. While the beast of the earth still feed off the blood. Some teachers are preachers and keepers of love. While the beast of the earth still trample the blood. In prison projects, till prison pockets, to the prison projects, the prison pockets, the light and the might, bring a sight to the blind, spit love in the mud, clean your eyes in the shrine. Power to the people, scream to fuck all the lies, cause the prison of the sequel is a fucking hate crime. Sisters in the earth band together to the lies, and the truth sets us free. You're a cleanse of their eyes, bring wars and greed men, fight wars for greedy men, the wars to bleeding in, the war abused men, important preaching, sin, religion buried in, the blood is deep in, the love is creeping in. Divorce and the force is the course that we're married in. Choose to refuse, see the tombs of the buried men. Views they confuse while they choose what they carry and proves that the truth is the news and share will.
Leave me. Save me.
I gotta leave it all the way to that last second. I just love it so much. Man, I
It's all
gotta say,
good.
I am like absolutely in love with NFTs and the music utility within it, the communities that surround it, and being able to share their greatness with others. Like it's just, it makes me feel all warm and tickly inside, like I'm fucking Canna Santa or something. Not like I'm fucking him, but like I am him. Well, who knows what would happen? I mean, what would happen if you guys ever met Canna Santa? What would you do?
I'd have to probably give him some can of cookies and, a special can of coffee
Hell
and get him
yeah.
real high so he has a really fun time delivering all the can of packages to
All that
all
fucking
the
shit.
can of contenders.
Absolutely. Well, I've been at it all day. How's your day been? What have you been up to, Canna Queen?
It's been busy, busy. I've been working so hard this week and I have launched my shop site. It is bigfatdelicious.com. And we have
Is this it
some
right here?
really cool. That's it, dude. Happy
Oh,
holidays.
Bigfatdelicious.com. Nice.
Yes. Feel free to take a look at the catalog or scroll down, look around. There's a little story there on the front page that tells a little bit about who we are. We're a group of big, fat, delicious people who love to help you guys feel better about yourselves. With that, we have a lot of new, interesting, one-of-a-kind fashion. There's, if you go to the catalog section, or
Catalog. Got it.
catalog will have
Catalog.
everything.
There,
The
boom.
catalog will have everything in it from top to bottom. And then you can scroll through and pick things that we want to talk about.
And you sell tops and bottoms.
Yeah, there's tops, bottoms. There's some special Canna Camp section too.
Ooh, that's Canna Camp
or-
as a sports bra looks fun.
There's also a pair of nice leggings that say Canna Camp on them.
Oh, that
If you
hoodie's
scroll
cool as
down,
shit too.
yeah, let's see. There they
there's
are.
the Canna Camp leggings, guys and gals. More
Those
so
go
gals.
to.
But if the guy wants them, we won't hold it against you. They do come.
There
with
are
pockets.
men's leggings. I haven't even designed the men's leggings yet because I didn't know if men buy leggings or not. I really like these right here. These white
these
and pink and purple ones.
Oh, the white. Oh,
Leggings.
gotcha. The
Mhm.
ones that you just made.
I like all of them, but
The next page. Next page.
yeah, go to the next
You got a
page.
few pages on here.
There's
of
quite a
awesome-
few pages. Yeah, there's quite a few pages of stuff. We're trying to find
There's the Doge fucking.
your
There's
Doge
the
shirt.
OG.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for all the Shiba Inu lovers. There's my dog. He could be on your shirt, or it could be your dog on my shirt.
Mm-hmm. We got the Fired Up Patty shirts there.
All the t-shirt dresses, that would totally
Yeah.
be a dress. So that is also, it doesn't say unisex, but that could be male or female as well, right?
Right, those go up to 6XL, so those shirt dresses are just
We
really
don't
big.
judge you if you're a guy and you wear a shirt dress. That you won't get
Yeah,
judged.
there it is. That's your
Oh,
fruit.
look at
That's your
that.
holiday edition collector's item.
Now, so you guys, this is a badass windbreaker. It has some special utility in it. As you see, it's $189.99, and that's because it's a genetic combo pack, so you can get a badass hoodie. It's not letting me scroll down on the picture more.
Oh, you just have
There
to
it
scroll
goes.
down. Yeah,
You got to
have
scroll to
past
the
whole
bottom,
screen.
all right. But
Yeah, there's that second image there. That'll show
this
you guys.
is focusing on Freak Show. So we've got the little holiday Freak Show logo going on in the back. These hoodies come with a 10-pack of Freak Show seeds, and they're the real ones. I guess there's a couple bogus batches going around and some people getting disappointed because their Freak Show isn't Freak Show, and that situation sucks, and we're here to provide a solution for it. So great genetics, the Fern, awesome basis, and a kick-ass windbreaker to sport as you do it. So Kara, all this stuff is awesome. You've done a phenomenal job. Now, how difficult has it been? We've got three more minutes.
It's been kind of stressful. Yeah, I don't want to take up too much time talking about this, but it's been kind of stressful overall just to make sure I've got everything lined up correctly. Some of the designs are, they're all original designs with AI and different things like that I've used to edit them. But yeah, I really like that unisex tank top right there too, and that bong
Absolutely.
pack. Check out the bong pack, man. That thing is sick.
Where,
Like
what is it? Oh, the bong
right
pack
there,
here.
bong
Got it.
pack. Yeah, something to carry your bong in, and
Fucking
yeah, it
right.
might show off that there's a bong in there. But hey, if you're in a legal state, who cares?
Illegal states, and that's could be those are sold everywhere for tobacco, and I don't know one fucking person that's ever smoked tobacco out of a
Out
bong,
of-
but
yeah,
it's just how it goes. All right, let's remove sharing. You guys want to check it
Neat.
out?
Yeah, go on your own
I
time.
like the
Feel free to check it
StreamYard.
out. I will
I
let
think
you
I
know.
even have I think I got a banner that's got your website on it. Unless
Yeah,
boom, there it
and
is.
there's a special discount code for those that want to purchase some things for the holidays. If you use BFD and then the
What's
number
that stand
10,
for?
all
What's
caps,
BFD? What is BFD
big
stand
fat
for?
delicious.
Ah, got it.
Big fat delicious. I'm gonna post the code in the comments.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing who all goes and gets some big fat delicious apparel. I know I'm in love with it. So, and you guys listen, and Kara also does create specific items and art for individuals. So, if that's
Yes,
something
we
you're looking
do
for, she does that as well. So, all right. Well, perfect. We got our stuff out of the way, right? Now we can dedicate the rest to
Yeah.
the most important part of why we're here, and that's edutainment. So we try to keep you,
I'm
a little bit
excited.
excited, entertained as we go, and throw in some mind-blowing education that hopefully will change your perspective on life. Period. All right, because that's the things that we're in, and the magnitude of the irons that we've got in the fire, right? So we've got an amazing guest today. If you're just now tuning in, welcome to another episode of MK Potcast. I'm your host, Michael Kamp. Beautiful co-host next to me is the Canna Queen Kara over there. I still haven't got used to the camera being backwards. Like I see you on that side on the back. I got to push this way. Put the
So you
top on
look
the left.
down.
I get
You point. You
distracted
just
by the
touch the
purple
top.
top. I mean, every time I see it, Kindway Farms guys, one of our sponsors, one of the companies that are Missouri local, that is benefiting from Mo Cup's unique plan for the future, if you will. So we'll bring on our next guest here right now. You'll understand or may not understand some of the things he's talking about. But please, if you have questions, ask him while he's here. We're extremely busy for those that come through and rewatch. If you ask your questions and you don't get it answered, we do apologize. Come find us on another platform. We're typically live somewhere. Ask your question there. We will do what we can to answer. But if you ask them live tonight, you'll definitely get your answers now. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up our man Trip Voxel here, and he's going to tell us all about cyberspace. So I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Tripp here through Canna Queen Cares, one of her mental health spaces that she holds on Twitter. That's on Wednesdays, right, Kara?
Yeah, that'll be Wednesday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern time to 10:45 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes it goes a little long, and sometimes we occasionally forget the space if we get a little stressed out that day. But usually it's weekly at 9:45 Eastern time on Twitter, and you can follow Canna Queen Kara on Twitter to find that
You'll be
space.
tweeting all over. You'll be tweeting all over. Tweet happening all the time. So, all right. So, you guys, I'm going to bring up our man Trip Voxel here. He is the creator and curator of a cyberspace and many other things. We are going to take advantage and leverage his specific skill set and knowledge in crypto, blockchain, what NFTs mean to him, what the metaverse and future holds from his perspective. So without further ado, here's my boy Trip. How are you, man?
Hey, thank you so much for inviting me on. I really appreciate being on here.
We're blessed to have you, and I'm going to go through and get some logos up so I can advertise them here on StreamYard because I did not upload them. I don't have a nice layover. Oh, that's not the overlay to announce for StreamYard, but we're going to go ahead and throw that on real quick. I'm going to work better trip to get some overlays. I just got to shoot.
Oh
Because
yeah,
thank
you're
you,
good.
StreamYard, for being our sponsors and helping us broadcast to 8 different platforms. And we are happy to work with you on the beta testing of communication between API and platform for the communities that focus in and use your tools. So if we love the duck, man, we love the duck right there. But anywho, I'm going to upload some logos and get some of your stuff up here while you go ahead and chit chat, man. Let us know. So who are you and what do you do, my
All right.
friend?
Hi, nice to meet y'all. So, my name's Trip Voxel. I go by Token Trip, but my handle is Trip Voxel on Twitter. That started originally because I did voxel creation art, 3D little avatars and stuff. And the sandbox was the first thing that I really got into in blockchain and Web3. But then I found this thing called the Crypto Cannabis Club, and an NFT inside of there is a toker and the tokers, right? We all jump in there and whatever, and we all, support one another. So, it's been quite a journey, but that changed my name over from Trip Voxel to Token Trip, and I've been going by that ever since. But I, I found that joining all these different NFT communities and all these different NFT projects and crypto projects and all this stuff, that, it's a little bit difficult to find one place to go for everywhere. Right? You got to go. Well, wait, can you not hear me? You can't hear me, huh?
I can hear you, but he
I
keeps
hear you,
popping
Trip.
us all over the place.
I know I'm trying to I'm trying to get Trip on the big screen and it won't let me fucking do it.
Just leave it the way it is.
It's totally user error, and I apologize. So we're all
It's okay.
the same size, and if I need to click on buttons, I'll go like change the background like that. All right, we're perfect.
There we go.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good.
You are as well. We're talking with the creator and founder of cyberspace.io. We've gotten nowhere, at least in my mind, because I was watching pictures flip around and do different sizes. Yeah. So it may have happened to you, and I apologize. Trip, it's all yours.
All right, brother. So upon researching different crypto projects, different NFT projects, different things, and becoming a member of different communities, I found that, I can't just talk to these people on Twitter. I can't just talk to them on Discord. I can't just use LinkedIn or Medium or whatever. Like, I have to use all these different apps and platforms to be able to reach the community, right, that I'm a part of. Well, I think that that's absolutely insane, right? That you have to basically have up to 10 apps on your phone, right, just to participate in one community, right? That's not counting all the other ones. And so cyberspace is your one-stop portal to Web3. We're building an alternative where we're taking all of the best community development pieces from all the different platforms, and we're putting all of those together into one giant place where everyone can come, and every community, every platform, every coin, everyone can come participate in a one-stop portal to Web3. And right now, we did just open up the pre-registration list. So for all the listeners, anyone who listens to this in the future, and anyone at any time, go to cyberspace.io and you click the little QR in the middle of the page. It'll let you post out a tweet, and that will pre-register you for cyberspace. That will give you an early adopters badge when we launch here in about 6 weeks.
Now, when it comes to what is it? What an early adopter badge? How will that be any different to someone if they come later? Like, say, for instance, there's a listener here, and then you guys, just so you know, you got to go through to retweet the whitelist opportunity to be an early adapter, correct?
Yep.
So you guys listening, because there's some we do understand someone that can hear my voice right now does not use Twitter.
Right.
So does that mean they have to go get a Twitter account and then go do that? So
It does mean they have to have a Twitter to pre-register. Yes. So
that could be a lot of
we're
work.
gonna
So
open up the.
what do
It
you
could be.
provide?
It could
What do
be.
you provide for them for just doing that? Say they didn't and they did it just for this event. Why would they want to go open up a Twitter account to be part of cyberspace.io?
Because that will allow, once you post a little tweet, right, then it adds you to a list. It adds your handle to a list that we have. And then when you come and make your profile later, when we launch on cyberspace, you will get an early adopter badge because you will connect your Twitter, that same Twitter account, to the cyberspace profile. And it'll say, oh, this is on the list that they pre-registered. Boom, early adopter badge. Now, the benefit of the early adopter badge is that on cyberspace, just like kind of on LinkedIn, we have a skills system. So you can hashtag 5 skills onto your page that people can search for you for in our search bar. So, for example, Carrie, you do design work, right? So you could put 2D design, right? Or merchandise creation or whatever you wanted in that regard. And then when someone wanted to go find somebody who makes merch, they go type merchandise creator and boom, you would come up. And so if you have the early adopter badge, you get 10 hashtags. If you don't get it because you didn't pre-register, you only get 5. If you want the 10, you have to purchase them in the future. You can purchase the other 5, but if you have the early adopter badge, you get them for free. So the pre-registration is actually a very big deal, and we opened it up for the public just to allow for everyone to have the opportunity.
Gotcha. So this isn't just like a place for people to go get some education and they're like, okay, I want to know what crypto is. Right, they can go do all that. It's also a level of community engagement all the way to job acquisition, project development, doxing, all these things that are required for security purposes for any, for intellectual property concepts that bounce around in rooms that include metaverse, right? Or just or like, it's unbelievable what valuable information is out there, and and there's more than not that don't have any idea of how to protect that, right? So there's so much more education. A lot of us, like myself and Kara, we've got to slow down and look at things because we're on that creative side, that we just see the opportunities to create and not realize the magnitude of what we may be creating at that time, right? And that's where I love, like meeting you through Twitter and so many others that you guys here at Volcanic Cup, Honeycomb Hydro, maybe you're listening on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We're streaming to all of them. We'll be streaming to more and others here soon as well. But, it's just being able to actually not get bullshit answers, right? Actual case study levels of people. I want to build a community. I want to keep it safe. Just that simple. How can you do that? And the capabilities with Web3 and like what I see with what you created with cyberspace, it is that onboard, but it's also a level to continue to learn, right?
Yes.
And have that access to those that are willing and are there to teach, right? And it's
correct.
Having those that's something that fluid and something complex as Web3. It's very profound. Now, what led you to creating cyberspace?
Honestly, it was because I got really annoyed with having to download so many apps onto my phone. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually just got super annoyed with the fact that I had to go everywhere to find, and like somebody would message me on one platform, right? And then someone else would message me over here. Someone else would message me over there. And then I have to go check an article over here. And I'm like, dude, this is nuts. Like I literally have 10 things open on my phone all day, every day, 24/7, 365, just to communicate with these people. It's not very useful. And I end up missing quite a few conversations when they're happening, right? Someone will send me a message and I won't get it because it's on some other app that I'm not using and don't have open, right? And I'll check it for like 3 hours because I'm checking 6 other apps, right? And then I go check and I'm like, dang, I freaking missed this one. Dang
And
it.
you got
So, and that's no
notifications
good,
turned off because
right?
you can't even operate your phone with other, with the other apps if notifications are on, because the shit's popping up and blocking and causing and delaying. Like there's levels of where it comes in and being a content creator or just navigating, the multi streams of social media. It's great to have one home base, if you will. But what's available in other places aren't available always at the quality at say home base platform,
Right.
and
Right.
laws, regulations, scrutiny, political agenda, many reasons why things are different in different places. So yeah, that sounds awesome to be able to go to a place that isn't judgmental, a safe place of education that can actually teach me what all these, we read headlines about things, but what does that all really mean? Right.
Right.
And more so of meaning, what the hell can I do with that to have a better quality of life, not just for myself, but for everyone else around me that I'm engaged with. And that's
100%.
the power of Web3. This is a global outreach where many of us think we're insignificant. We think that we don't have that power to do things and make changes. And you've created a way to filter all the bullshit, go to one place and be focused. And
so
awesome,
I think that the biggest thing that's like a major problem with Web3 is that there isn't a community development platform, right? There's only social medias. There's only an article platform. There's only a video platform. There's only an audio platform or a mint platform or a this platform. They don't have everything in one, right? There's nowhere that has been redesigned or assessed to function into the Web3 space entirely, right? And since that's the case, and I don't personally expect for every single platform to go and change themselves over to Web3 just because, right? Why not just build an alternative that actually has all of the features and functions of all of these different platforms in one place, and then just have them all be compatible with the different Web3 things, right? So like for chat, for example, right? We're going to have a token gated chat system. So if you hold an NFT, you will be able to go
token gated. Is that what you
token
said?
gated? Yes, sir. So meaning that you must hold the NFT to participate. Okay.
Sure.
So if you don't have the NFT, then that content is gated.
It's like a backstage pass.
Yes, like a backstage pass to the community. Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. Or a VIP pass, if you will.
Yep.
Because you could have a backstage and a VIP that includes backstage, right?
Correct. Yes, you can. Yep.
Oh, so wait, you're telling me the NFTs represent different levels of access to
NFTs represent all levels of access. So you could have a gold, a silver, a platinum, everything. You could have VIP, you could have early adopter, you can have anything and basically any structure that you can come up with, a raffle, right? Anything from the real world that we do right now for marketing and for development and for community development, for growth of a company, of a project, all of those things can be adapted today. Literally today. That is the point of a smart contract, is that so it runs autonomously, right? You don't actually need a person to verify that the information is correct. It just does it, right? So the robot on my website says, oh, you hold the NFT for this project, right? So you bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, cool. That means you have a Bored Ape in your wallet. So when you connect your wallet to cyberspace, it's going to say, oh, you have a Bored Ape. That means when you go to the Bored Ape page, the project page for the Bored Apes, you will be able to talk in the chat there. You will be able to speak in the chat with the other Bored Apes. You'll be able to ask questions, talk to them, communicate, participate, right? Other people in the world who come to cyberspace, say they want to look up the Bored Apes, they can go to the Bored Apes project page and they can read the chat, but they can't talk in there. They can't participate. They can't ask questions. They can't do any of those things because they don't own a Bored Ape. Right? So we gave every single project the ability to have the utility to speak directly to their community and have a full token gated system for everything that they're doing off gate, just as a base level.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's absolutely awesome.
And most people have played video games in their life, right? Most people who have played a video game are aware that inside of a game, you can look at the items that you're wearing, right? And you can compare them to the items on the ground that you just looted, okay? That is a comparability feature. Right now, in the marketplaces of the world, there is no comparability feature, not on OpenSea, not on Super Rare, not on any of the platforms across any of the chains. I've checked them all. No marketplace has a comparability feature. Cyberspace does, naturally, automatic. We put in a comparability feature. So you can side by side compare different NFTs, check the rarity against each other, see which one's got a better this and that and the next thing, whatever you want to do. But we are making all of that possible.
Man, that is fucking unbelievable. You guys, we normally don't do this, but this shit's so interesting to me. We did miss 420 somewhere, but it's still 427.
It is 420 until 4:30, right? So we're good. We got plenty of time.
It's technically whenever the fuck you want, right? And it could always be a moment of truth. And we got our man from Scotland here. What's up, Xander? You joined us regardless. You've been it's okay that you've been we've missed a few. He asked what the hell's going on tonight. We're hanging out here with Trip and cyberspace.io and discussing how we're changing the world through NFTs, crypto, blockchain, and purpose, right? And then how cannabis leads that way and it guides us very lovingly to what we may not have seen or exactly what we need. So and then vibing out with Canna Queen Kara here, and I'm learning like a motherfucker. I know Kara is. I know others are, and if you don't know, it's okay. Check out cyberspace.io. And you can visually start, getting immersed is the word, guys, into Web3. And that's what it was built for. So real quick, I'm going to be smoking on some fucking 1974 elephant that I grew. And I want to show, because I'm going to be smoking out of a U-bung. You guys will be I'll be putting up a giveaway here Wednesday. It includes some U-bung as well. We're going to have a nice holiday giveaway running it.
Those are like little raw cones?
Yeah, they look like little raw cones. They've got multiple colors.
Okay.
We'll be doing a 50-pack giveaway. Oh, shit, I spilt it. Weed's on the keyboard, so I can still retrieve it, and that's all right.
Hey.
But the thing is it comes with, shout out Fish Shit. You guys, Hero Packs is your code, 20% off of Fish Shit. If you're not using it, you should. It comes with this fucking, I say it's made out of hickory because I like saying the word hickory.
Okay. It's like a little stuffer straw?
Yeah, not a little. Check it out. It's
the
size of a pooper scooper, weed picker upper, and the cone. And this is a king size.
Wow.
So, it's not like those ones where you go get and the cone, the little poker doesn't reach the bottom and you always have a flappy fucking start. It is not that. They don't burn away here is what Xander McDonald says. No, they don't burn away. They go out a lot. I've actually reached out to try to get some testing. I work with a lot of organic growers and just individuals that have a conscientious mindset on what they're putting into their bodies. And they've asked on, what are the papers made from it? And I am working on that. So if you're one of those people, I have reached out to them to get their whatever paperwork they do have on what their product is, what the dye is made out of, if animals were hurt. And it's amazing the concern some people have. I understand it and I appreciate it. And we will do what we can, but we can't always get answers. So if the answer does not show and it's delayed, don't be mad at me. It's not from lack of effort. But Hooper Scooper, dude, it's my favorite thing you can go through. I was talking and bullshit and not paying attention. I mean, we could do like how many joints can we make in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, something like that.
Right.
I think the fastest I've done is like 5 seconds. So if the weed is, or the medicine or cannabis or whatever verb you want, an adjective you want to call it, is ready and fucking packing, like I think we could do a whole box in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. But
Yeah, we might be able to.
I think it's fair to say we could try, but those are
If
bongs.
we had enough tree already pre-ground and ready to go, yeah, you probably could do it. You just get them all set up with the little scoopers beforehand and boop, 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 boop.
I've got plenty I got to go through. It's just lack of time and manpower, because all my seeds,
Right,
I like to store my seeds in its original packaging. It comes in the flower. I like to store it with the flower. It keeps it safe for long times, and then clean it out and clean the seeds, and then you got all this shake. So now you go through and you get a paper, and we get a ton of papers, and we fill them. And then Missouri is, I'm going to be able to gift up to 3 ounces per day. Shit, that means when Mocana Cup event happens, I'll be giving out, we'll be throwing so many fucking U-bongs or whatever said paper will be, right? It's not officially U-bong. I like them. They're around, but, I've got people asking questions, and we'll see what happens, because that's where it normally comes to, is that quality control. And,
right.
And we pride ourselves on that. So we will get answers. And in between there, we will smoke U-bongs.
Hey.
I just want to
Might
say,
as well.
a lot of people are really particular when it comes to their papers and what they smoke with. And I'm one of those people. I bought a box locally of not
I am
U-bongs,
not.
but called Hornets. And they went out and they burned really slow, which was nice. But for the first box of them, I didn't like them. And then after that, I kept buying them. And I was like, these aren't that bad. But I still like my raw cones, and I still like what's another one? Bloomers. Bloomers.
Which ones?
Those are my favorite. The
Which
bloomers.
ones?
Bloomers?
The bloomers. Well, that's just the
Those are
concept that's
nice.
within it, right? If it's got a fucking, I was about to sweep the weed off of the keys, but I'm going to hit so many keys. I'm just going to leave the weed in the keyboard, guys, until the end of the show. If I go after it, I think I'm going to fuck shit up. So I'm going to leave it alone.
All right.
But you guys, while you're packing one up, Trip, so then we can get back to talking. I wanted to give Kara a little update and the rest of you guys. None of these are for the Mocana Cup. There I am growing Jawbreaker breath. My ladies are turning out fairly nice after the little stunning effort. But right here, we have the Raspberry Highgore. It's starting to finish out with some really fun colors. I'm pushing it and stressing it the fuck out because I like to know what my plants do. So yes, you're going to see yellow leaves and things dying on it because it's that time, and because I'm trying to force a little bit more to, will the plant harm is the question I like to know. Some genetics are prone to it, others are not. I think it can be bred away and out, but who am I? I don't have all this.
Is that what I think it is?
Is this U-bongs? Yes, U-bong. we got some newt tools here.
It looks nice.
Pen, all right, and that's your pH pen, newt tools, and then the newt needle. Pretty cool. Makes getting into deep big containers. It's got a stainless steel thing.
That thing looks fun.
Yeah, and then it's a graduated cylinder that measures, and the numbers don't rub off. Lots of solutions to the problems of a syringe that's pulling newts and all that good shit. Of course, we got our MJ Arsenal Saturn. It's too dirty to smoke out of. I got to clean it, and then we can smoke out of it. But here's the bonsai. Yeah, so there's a 1974 elephant. Is the plant on top, and yeah, there's the bonsai. It's filling out quite nicely. It makes some kick-ass pictures. All right, love it. And then when these buds up top, we've got some nice seeds on it. Let's see if it'll. There it goes. But those are feminized 1974 elephant seeds. And those will be available in about 4 weeks.
Nice.
And then that's Cherry Special Reserve from South Africa, crossed with the elephant. Strain from Scotland, crossed with the elephant. And one of the Hungarian strains crossed with elephants. So lots of fun elephants. They're making baby elephants, guys.
Hey.
Now, when it comes through the elephant seed, right?
Uh-oh.
Well, we lost Mike. That
Well-
means his Wi-Fi might have just dropped off. So I'm gonna wait for him to text me or
Okay.
call me. But we can sit here and you can talk more about what you love about cannabis. You know, I heard you're a
Everything.
grower as well, but maybe
Yeah. I
you have a
used to.
story to
Yeah.
tell us?
So I won the High Times Cannabis Cup in Las Vegas for the first 3 years of rec. I used to grow quite a bit. I don't anymore right at this moment because I became very aware while doing that because I was doing it for a company that I didn't own and I didn't own the licenses for. There is a top level that you can get to as a grower without a degree and without holding the licensing. That's like there is a maximum level you can go inside of a company and you still don't get your name on everything and you don't get the money from the licensing, selling the seeds, the selling of the fucking strain, all the different stuff. Like you don't get any of that. The company gets all that, you don't, right? But if you own the company and you own the licenses and you own all the things, right? Then when you do those things, then you do, right? So the plan was to take a step back from the crypto world, or I'm sorry, from the weed world and get into the crypto world to make enough money to basically get back into the weed world in the way that I need to in order for my ability as a grower to bring me the opportunities to my life that it should for the skill level that I have.
That's a good and interesting way to put it because I think Mike would understand what you mean by that. Mike, did you happen to hear what he was saying or did you get in and out? I can't hear you. Can you hear Mike, Trip?
I cannot.
That's because I was muted and then I was trying to upload logos because I remembered I forgot to upload logos. All I did was bump the microphone camera, the webcam, right? And then it wouldn't re-register that I was plugging it in and out and in and out. And
Yeah, it said your device was disconnected.
so I backed out because you said, hey, maybe it'll back out and go. And that was a brilliant idea. And thank you for walking me through that. But
Yeah,
no, I
no.
didn't hear too much because I was looking up logos to add to put in because I'm not bringing in cyberspace properly right now. So I'm trying to add the logo. But I did hear that you said you're a Cannabis Cup winner?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I won all 3 years for the beginning of rec in Las Vegas for Greenway Medical.
Nice. And so you want to be a judge as one of the physical judges with the crypto concepts? Concepts.
I mean, we can. Yeah, I can judge whatever.
For Mocana Cup?
Why not?
We're gonna have some fun stuff. I mean, because you're gonna be there as one of the speakers anyway, and there's gonna be fun levels of immersion into virtual reality and AI introduction and stuff that if we talk about now, it'll just.
I think AR might be a better option than VR because augmented reality, you could pull it on the phone.
We've got the ABA working with their pixelated cameras, and we just gotta leverage what they're already.
Yeah, I think they're really working more on an AR system probably than a VR system.
No,
they're working with the camera system.
They went VR first.
Really?
They went full-fledged, yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, because
right off the phone.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I will have to look at that.
Yeah,
and see what that's
where,
like.
like I said, that's where the fun, like, it's great to capitalize on when people, when you meet somebody, right? Like,
yep.
Trip's been talking with Canna Queen for over a year, but time and synchronicity came through, and it was now, that things hit to where, here we are talking to you, and it's just it's the capabilities, like and a lot that are military, like with the ABA, it's just who my boss says, Harold, it's what he did before, right? And it just happened to be through military technology, and and it just the internet before it was the internet, right? And people who had those jobs, right? And that's where those individuals, when they get to hear about like cyberspace.io and what you've created here for the specifics and why it's there. We've only touched on a little bit because the show's so short. We're going to get back to it here in just a second, and I'm going to pull up the website and scroll around on it a little bit and let you tell us about it. But just the magnitude of what you've created because of the capacity of what can be created from within. It's just, it's nice to. It's not surprising that a lot of us cannabis consumers are the ones that don't have a lid on the box, right?
Right.
And
Well,
I
and
love that.
a lot of that has to do with the fact that the human brain has a thing called a cannabinoid receptor, right? Not all animals have that. Not all things in nature have that, right? Koala bears have the exact same thing with eucalyptus. It's called a symbiotic plant relationship. Okay. And actually, cannabis is the symbiotic plant that actually works for humans. It's literally in science determined this way, the same way that it functions with eucalyptus and koala bears, right? There are other things in the world that this is their, they have a symbiotic plant relationship with the plant, even though it's not actually the only thing that they can intake or the only thing that they can put in their body or whatever, right? It does have a benefit to them to do so. And their body will respond a different way to that specific plant than it will to other ones, right? Because they have a receptor specific for that type of plant. Okay. And so humans have something called a cannabinoid receptor. And that is actually like a door, basically, that opens up to the creativity portions of your brain. So, like smoking weed, while everyone is like, oh, you're just this dumb little stoner and do. Yeah, okay, that's cool. There are people like that, right? Just like there's poor people who choose to be poor, just like there's homeless people who choose to be homeless. Like, but that does not mean that every person who smokes weed just does it to be a fucking stupid stoner and get high, right? A lot of the time, it's actually because whatever their body needs is from, or whatever pain they're experiencing or whatever they're actually experiencing in their brain or their body can be fixed through opening the cannabinoid receptors in their brain. And the only way to do that is to smoke cannabis, because that's what opens the receptor. So on a scientific level, it is something that we actually have a symbiotic relationship with as a physical thing. And that is something that a lot of people don't really talk about, right? Most people are just like, oh yeah, I smoke weed, but like, I mean, on a scientific level, humans are actually designed to have a symbiotic relationship with marijuana.
Yeah, I just had a symbiotic relationship right there. Live. I could see it.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm seeing dots. If Faceless is watching, I've lit it 4 times.
Faceless.
I don't know if he's watching or not, but
I think he might have gone to bed early tonight. I don't know, man. But if he's out there, I hope he knows how many times we think about him during these lives.
That cough made me see the, almost blackout level.
Yep.
You are a cloud of smoke. Both of you men are over there, just clouds of smoke, and I'm over here just like
15.
Hey, margarita.
Number 15.
Yeah,
Sarah.
no, I had edibles. I'm good. I had 2 peppermint crunch chocolates.
Ooh. Are you going to be putting your edibles on your Big Fat Delicious store?
At this time, no.
Okay.
In the future, maybe.
It's a fucking wonderful fucking answer. I look forward to the future.
Yeah. In the future, it's a still a possible maybe. But I want to. I would love to. And Yeah.
Maybe we'll get cyberspace its own specialty, focused product, and then you could sell that in his store through this
See, that would be useful.
gated community, right? And
So on that note, I do also work with the Bad Empire. We just got the first board ape on an edible worldwide. We partner with Cocoa Nugs and Runts and Mylar Men. We have little collectibles coming out in the jars. We got QR codes on them, all kinds of different stuff. We actually took the whole IP of the ape and turned it into a weed brand, and we are doing all kinds of different things. We just made a 3D version of him. We're going to open up a podcast where the ape smokes weed and talks about all kinds of crypto and NFT stuff. It's going to be pretty fun. We got the Gutter Cat also, because we have a whole Cartoon Network of characters that we've bought with the IP, and we're creating them all out to all be different characters on the show. It's going to be pretty fun. But the first thing we did with that was get the Cocoa Nugs, and the second will be Brainstorm Bites, and then number 3 will probably be a cyberspace version for the Cocoa Nugs as well.
Man, that's fucking insane, dude. So you just hold on. You took your NFT, which happened to be a bored ape,
Out the jar.
and you got it on Runts.
Yeah. Russ partnered with us, Cocoa Nugs, and Mylar Men.
Did we just become best friends? Hey, you wanna go outside and practice karate?
Hey, bro, you just let me know.
Yes.
I'm a black belt in High Kwando.
This is gonna be
I
good.
think you guys would get along.
Motherfucking High
Aw.
Kwando. Where were
High
you? We were
Kwando.
trying to rename fucking karate weed name. Where the fuck were you on that one?
I
That
don't know.
was in the
Nobody else.
morning. Wait, no, when was that?
I don't know. It wasn't a dream though, right?
It was real.
Oh,
we came out
We
with
can't
no.
repeat what we
I don't know
said,
if it was yesterday or this
It was
morning. And
yesterday. We were on the phone.
we were working on a karate cannabis name, and you
Vincent
come
was
out of here
there.
with Taekwondo like you were born
No, it
with
was
it.
jujitsu.
Yeah, and we were stuck on jujitsu, and then it
You
was
guys
racist.
were on
And we're like, we
jujitsu.
can't use that. It'll be somebody will take it wrong because it had a Jew part in it. The jitsu was still there, but the way it sounded, it just wasn't. It was not good. Branding wise,
Right.
it would have tanked.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, it
You
was
come out with
horrible. It was really bad. But it was
You know,
Taekwondo.
you could although I will say, if you made a jujitsu type of strain, you could probably market it to Kanye West right now.
Ugh,
He's on some nonsense.
What time?
he is on some nonsense, man. Big facts.
It's gotta be named nonsense.
He's on some nonsense, bro. He's putting out freaking. Did you guys see the Star of David image he put out the other day? Oh my gosh, bro. He is on some nonsense. He put a swastika in a Star of David.
Okay,
I'm not
what
even
is
playing.
that man on? Literally, I hope
Kanye is on
somebody
some
helps
shit
him.
right now.
I hope somebody
Like-
helps that man. Like, get them some medical assistance, because you know what? If I did that shit,
Some
you know how fast they
I
have me in
don't
the
know.
hospital? Not fair.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't
And I'm
know
about
how
to leave his
fucking
ass.
wild.
I'm going to cancel
He's-
him, okay?
Bro, he's famous
Cancel
as
him right
shit.
now.
famous as shit.
He's famous as shit, and just
don't
putting
care.
out like swastikas and Star of Davids like in the middle, like ready to go, just putting it out there like, oh yeah, bro. He put it all over Twitter, tagged fucking Donald Trump, all kind of shit. I was like, bro, what is going on?
That's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
he is,
No.
bro. I don't know what happened that he
Happened.
decided it was like time to attack
Did he-
people
did he-
and go
was he
nuts,
wearing
and
a
like
white-
I don't know.
Was he wearing a White Lives Matter shirt too? I swear I heard something
Something.
about that. Was that a while
Something.
ago?
We're about to delete him out the library. Hold up. Let's do that live.
The guy, hey, maybe he has
Oh,
a
no,
medical
the lag.
condition.
Delete artists. Okay. Hey,
The lag.
where'd he go?
Oh, fucking people.
Where is he?
Maybe he's
Oh, he's there.
Maybe he's been microdosing for a while, and then now he's just taking really large doses.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. He's on some shit though. Whatever he is on, put him on a whole other level where he thought he needed to go after the Jewish people, and I don't know what's up with that because like
Crazy.
I mean,
I'm gonna be
I was
honest with you.
born-
The Jews, like the Jewish religion, at the beginning of time, did this thing that no other religions did, and no one really talks about this. But the reason that the Jews are in the position that they are as a religious people now, as an overall like group of people, their network is where it is because when they started their religion, you had to be a learned human to become a Jew. You had to be able to read, you had to be able to do math, you had to be able to write, you had to be able to speak, you had to be able to do all of these different things that were skills that you had to go be taught by someone who already knew them, right? And you had to be like, there was a lot of requirements at the beginning to becoming a Jew that Christianity didn't have, right? Islam didn't have, none of these other religions had that as a requirement to become, right? And the Jews did. And so as a whole, right, their entire race started, or religion started having, you know, babies with other Jews, right? And then so now if you have the smartest people, right, all the learned people are all in one sect, and all those people, all the learned people are having babies with other learned people, and then they're raising the learned babies to be smart, right, and to do all of these things. Over the course of centuries and centuries and centuries of doing that, you're gonna find that if you just continue working with the smartest people and having all the smartest people, you're just gonna end up in higher positions as an overall sect and network of people.
Absolutely.
That's just something that they did from the beginning that just allowed them to end up where they are now, because none of the other religions did it, right? But it's not like it's like this huge giant conspiracy theory like, oh, the Jews are taking over and da 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 da. Like, no, they did a thing. They literally did a thing at the beginning of their religion to make this happen for the rest of eternity for them. Like, and Kanye is just going nuts, dude.
The small little
He's going
move in
nuts.
the beginning that may, you know, they did a legacy play. That's all.
Right. Right. It was a long-term play. I mean, it doesn't, being the smart people doesn't actually really matter at the beginning of time when there's all kinds of wars and stuff. I mean, the smart people are the first ones to die. They're not the warriors, right? When you take over the city, like when we went to war, even with Germany, right? For example, we still took all the scientists, right? We split all the scientists with Russia and all the other people. And, you know, we moved them out of the country and all this stuff. Like, we did that, right? All of us did that. We've all chosen to do that multiple times with the smartest people that are a part of whatever race of people are being subjugated at the time, right? Whoever the smart ones are, they get stolen, right? And just moved to a new place. But that doesn't make them any less of a Jew. They're still Jewish. They still believe in Judaism. They're still like, just because they moved from one place to another doesn't change that.
Or had to leave because of persecution to go somewhere else. They had to go somewhere else. You know, I don't know, individuals' perspectives. It's now with technology, there's no reason for a level of lack of education that exists other than laziness.
Well, that's dependent on where you're from, right? We think that way here in America quite a bit because we have access to the internet, we have computers, we have phones, we have all this stuff, right? But in a third world country, they still don't even have plumbing, right? They still don't even have plumbing right now. We have internet, we have all this stuff, we have electric everywhere, you have lights in every single place, every building you walk into in America is lit. Every single one. And you go somewhere else in the world and they don't even have a light bulb in their whole country, right? Like the czar of the country, the warlord, has one lamp. You know, he's got one lamp in his house, like, and that's it. Like, that's the only light for the next 10 blocks in any direction. You know,
with you talking on that lack of in third world countries, how do you see crypto, blockchain, and the capacity of what cyberspace is doing to make a difference?
Okay, so in that regard, I'm actually really glad you asked this. So worldwide internet is something that Elon is working on right now with SpaceX for satellite internet everywhere. Expecting all of the internet companies of the world today to go put up towers in all these third world countries and have them not taken down by the warlords, right, and taken over by the war, is completely ridiculous. They're going to do that. But if you put the shit in space so they can't touch it, right, no one can mess with it, they can't go scrap it for parts and spend it for, you know, whatever, like, Okay, cool. Now it's in space. Now you guys just have access to this and you don't have the physical access to mess with the thing, right? So in that regard, I actually think that SpaceX is the only way to go about worldwide internet, um, because going to the third world countries and putting in the towers is not actually going to just fix everything. Like, they're going to be like, oh, look, there's this giant tower now. We haven't had any type of metal or use case for any of these wires, any of this copper, any of all of these things for tens of hundreds of years now, right? We don't even know what any of this stuff is. Let's go use it for other stuff. And they're just going to break them down and go use them for whatever. And we're going to have to go replace them. And it's going to become just literally us going and replacing stuff and paying to replace things around the world. And that's not smart. That's not a sustainable model, right? So the only way to actually do worldwide internet is through space. And so I think SpaceX is really like the forefront for that right now. And so that's really awesome. However, once that's done, or as that continues, and as the world adapts a little bit more to the worldwide internet type of a structure, right? That means more and more people are going to be able to participate on cyberspace, right? They're going to be able to come learn more. They're going to be able to come learn what they can do with their IP, see examples from different companies, different projects, different people who hold the NFTs, right? They'll be able to see, oh, this one is an access pass. This one has a utility structure. This one is for a metaverse avatar, right? This one is to get me into this community. This one I can remake however I want and build a brand with because it has a Creative Zero license, right? All
This
those
one
things.
can be my wallet that collects my money from playing my video games that flies
Correct.
me to go see my family for Christmas.
Yes, sir.
Got it. It was beautiful, man. Keep talking. I just wanted to throw it, and I had an analogy. I wanted to make sure
Yeah.
my interpretation was correct. Go ahead.
Yep. And so in terms of like the metaverse, right? Most people think of the metaverse and they're like, oh, that's what Mark Zuckerberg's building, or oh, that's Meta, right? Meta bought that. Isn't that what they're doing? No. Okay. The metaverse is just a really fancy term to say we took a game, right, that had unlimited currency and unlimited items, right, from the company. And we said each item is going to have a quantity and the currency is going to be a set quantity and it can be traded for dollars. And everything inside of the game is an open world market. That's it. They're just changing the video game system over to allow players to engage and play. And only the first X amount of people who complete the quest are going to get that item, right? So if it's a 1 of 10, right, then only the first 10 people to kill the legendary boss are going to get the legendary item. Anyone who kills it after that isn't going to get it because there was only 10 copies, right? So what is those 10 swords actually worth in comparison to everything else, right? What is that worth? Is that worth 100 grand to somebody to be able to take over the entire game because they have the legendary super sword? Maybe it is, right? Did you spend 100 hours in the game to get that? Okay, so you spent 100 hours, you made 100 grand. That means you made $1,000 an hour on average. Where else in the world are you making $1,000 an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere,
Well,
right? But in an engage to earn system, that can happen, right? Because there is a set quantity to each and every item. So the normal things that you get, like the little, common stuff and whatever, yeah, it might not be tens of thousands of dollars, and that's fine, right? Those are just like to help you progress through the game, right? But once you get to a point where once you've spent 1,000 hours in a game, 2,000 hours in a game, 5,000 hours in a game, and you're at end level content, right? Some of that end level content is worth quite a bit of money to new players because then they don't have to spend 5,000 hours to get to that level, right? So what is 5,000 hours worth of play for that item? And you had to do it before anyone else in order to even achieve that, right? So you had to be the first one to get 5,000 hours. What is that actually worth in value to another person if you sell that item on the marketplace? How much is that worth to you to sell it? What was your 5,000 hours of time worth to you, right? And that's really going to be the determining factor for the marketplace for the future. For all of the different games, right? But every game will have its own currency and every game will have all of its own items, right? Some games, like cyberspace, right? We have a future acquisitions department where we are going to be purchasing games that have been abandoned and forgotten and let go, right? From different companies. And we are going to be adapting and re-releasing them all with one singular currency. So cyberspace token will literally be available for all of them. And then if you get a legendary in any of the games, it will be a separate item. That same contract address will be recognized as a different sprite in all of the other games. So, for example, if you were to go through, you complete, you kill this giant dragon and you get a flaming sword, right? Okay, cool. You got this giant flaming sword. That sword is an NFT, which means it has a contract address, okay? That address can be recognized by another game that we purchase and release, and we can say, because you had that contract address in your wallet, right? In this game, it's a racing game, so we're going to register that same image to that sprite for this game to be a flaming monster truck, right? And then over here in the fishing game, it's going to be a freaking flaming fire fucking, lure or a bowl or a pole or whatever, right? And it doesn't matter. And we can do that for all of the different things, right? So that's what I'm actually working on building out for the future of cyberspace. But that is not even something that's even on our roadmap yet. Theoretically, it's just in my personal roadmap that I haven't even announced.
Well, it's announced now, and that's
it is now,
and we're blessed that it's here. But it's like on the level, dude. I'm with you, and I was just expanding on how many different ones, and I love how you compared it to a game, because with that, if you're not, we've got 4 here live on StreamYard. I don't know what we've got on Twitter or where you guys are watching, but if you guys are watching, what is your favorite video game and what is your favorite strain? Right, put that in the comments so we can kind of get a feel of who you are on a level of what man Trip down here is talking about, because I know I'm a fucking gamer. Hero Packs is.
So what do you play?
What did I used to play?
What did you used to play?
I gotta stay away or I'll get trapped. I was a huge Call of Duty player.
Okay.
My son started playing Call of Duty with me when he was 4. So, and he's 13 now. So, when Fortnite came out and he was running through and came and started screaming at me how excited he was because he fucking took Ninja down, and the boy
That's
was
awesome.
bad on Fortnite, right? So it was engaging into that, and then and it's like a lot of, we're talking video games when it comes to the nostalgia aspect and all that. People don't realize how many billions and how many zeros come after it when you start combining certain games together of the revenue.
Oh yeah.
Just the revenue of Fortnite is a
So
1 year will blow your mind, let alone lifetime, right?
So Fortnite actually came out of side field pretty well. They were not actually they weren't very big in the space previous to coming with Fortnite. Okay. But like Epic Games, they were big enough, right? They had done Unreal 3, right? They were big enough to have a voice, but they did Unreal 3. Unreal 3 is an editor, right? It's a game creator. It's an editor software. It's not actually a game, right? There are tons of games that have been made with the Unreal Engine 3. So it says Epic Games on it, right? When you load the game, it says Epic Games, right? Created in Unreal 3 by Epic Games. But Epic Games themselves did not create a giant majority of those games, right? They just made the editor, right? That allowed people to create that, right? So they didn't actually have their own user base of players. They had a whole bunch of players from all these different games who knew what their game tag was. They knew that Epic Games was a gaming company, right? Because all of these games had made games with Unreal, right? Which meant all of it said Epic Games 1999 to 2000 whatever right on the little trademark on the bottom. So everyone has read on a screen somewhere Epic Games, right? So everyone knew what Epic Games kind of was, but they didn't have their own user base of players. So Fortnite wasn't actually intended to take off the way that it did, but the battle arena aspect of it was very, very, very fun and people liked it, right?
Fuck yeah, it was.
And I think a good majority of people are unaware that Fortnite, Epic Games themselves, is already in the metaverse. They're already building blockchain games. Okay, so is Atari, so is Square Enix, so is Ubisoft, so is Capcom, Konami. all of the major game players, Epic Games, Fortnite, League of Legends, Riot, right? They're all in the sandbox. So if you pull up this the sandbox game and you go to the map section on their website, it will show you all of the different companies and gaming projects that have invested and own land inside of there. Owning land inside the sandbox allows you to create a game on that land that other players and other people can come and play, right? So the landowners are the people who are building the games on the platform, right? And you can go look at the map and see who holds the pieces of land. And when you do that, you're going to find out that all of them, every single one of the companies that I just listed, are all inside of the sandbox building games next to each other together. All of them.
That's awesome.
So, in that way, like you had said before, there is a lot of billions and billions of zeros that come together when you start combining game titles, right? There is a lot more when you start combining game creation companies into one singular gaming platform.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's exponential of who knows how many zeros.
So, in that regard,
like 10
Sandbox,
to the 27th power and shit.
Which is why the Sandbox has been on my list since the beginning and was the first thing I ever got into in crypto. The Sandbox game has some of the biggest partnerships of anyone in anywhere in the crypto space at all. Absolutely, almost everywhere they have the biggest ones. And that's across pretty much every sector, right? Because technically you don't have to build a game. You can build a digital venue, right? You can build a digital exchange, right? Where people can come into the metaverse. And so Binance, they have land inside of there. Coinbase, CoinGecko, they all do, right? And so they're all building little like buildings that you can walk into that are digital venues that is literally the exchange in the metaverse. And you can go just like you walked into, the stock exchange. It'll feel like that with your little avatar, and you can go click the stuff on the board and put the price and and you make all your purchases right then and there inside the game. There's a lot of different things that are being built inside of the sandbox that really open up the future. But the big thing that the sandbox doesn't do is that because it's a voxel game, right? So the format that they picked was voxelized like Minecraft, right? And because of that, most people are aware that movies exist and Avatar got created and all of these different like worlds have already been created, right? In a very in-depth way. And so if you think that Minecraft is like the graphic epicenter of the world, you would be highly mistaken. Right. And so like from a graphics level of quality, the Minecraft style is not something that everyone enjoys all the time. Right. It's okay as an onboarding platform, and it's good as somewhere for everyone to come learn and jump into the metaverse, learn how to play, like learn what that is in a place where all of the companies are all there. Right. So you're learning from all the biggest people, you're playing on with all these verified companies, and it's a safe place and all this stuff. Right. That's very good.
You playing games you played.
It's very good for a starting. Yep. Right. So it's a very good starting point, right? Absolutely. But then after that, people are going to go, well, if this is the metaverse, this is it. This is all it is. No, it's not. Visually, no, it's not. There are plenty of other games that are being created and released, right, besides the sandbox. And a lot of those are actually graphically way better. And a lot of them have a way better virtual economic system. Right. The sandbox doesn't have the greatest virtual economics because it is an instance game, not a persistent world. Right. And most people, I guess, don't really know the difference between those either. But a great way to explain that is Skyrim or World of Warcraft versus Fortnite or League of Legends. Right. Where you go in and you play an instance of a game. Right. And then you're out, and then you go back in and you play another instance later, right? That's an instance game. A persistent world like World of Warcraft and Skyrim, the world is live and online at all times, right? And anyone can jump into the world and play at any time, and it continues while you're offline, right?
Absolutely.
Hey,
and Trip, so one real quick, Kara's got to go to get her husband from work.
Useless as highway.
Bye,
thanks,
Kara.
Yeah, I will see you guys
Guys,
later. I'll
enjoy.
probably talk to you on the phone at some point when I get home if you're not going to bed. But yeah, I will have to go
Absolutely.
pick
We're gonna
my
hang out
husband.
and then do another 420, and we're gonna catch it this time.
Yeah,
And then we'll
Yep.
probably call it
I
a night,
gotta.
and then get back to stuff. But we're gonna learn more of the fucking. I forgot what we were talking about. Bye. We're
Bye,
working.
Kara.
Let's remove here and boom. All right, guys. If you're just joining us now, welcome. I'm fucking stoned.
Hey, that's good, buddy.
I think Faceless is watching through Twitter because she said Faceless was there, but we can't
Call
see
of Duty and White Widow. Okay, okay. I like that, Xander. White Widow is an old school strain. I love that one.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's from
That's an OG strain. I like that. That's a nice one to grow.
he's Scotland, I believe, is where he's at.
Okay. You guys got some really, really, really great opportunities to grow over in Scotland. Your humidity over there is gorgeous for growing.
Yeah, I've never been to Scotland, but if
No, I've never been out there. I've never left. Well, that's not true. I left the United States as a kid and went to the Bahamas, but I don't know if that actually count. I was only there for like a couple days, like on a little cruise ship thing and whatever, like with my parents and my grandparents and shit. It wasn't even but that's it. That's the only time I've ever left the USA, so far anyways. But I've been pretty much everywhere inside the US, at least the continental US. I don't think there's any state I haven't been to yet.
You ever seen that logo?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Have you ever seen these guys?
Terp lock, huh?
Yeah, that's their technology. That's the logo, the name of their technology, but they're Grove bags.
Okay.
So this is a 7-layer curing bag.
Yep.
Right. Well, in this curing bag, I have a strain called Snowrilla that's from Hungary. It's a Hungarian landrace that this guy's been growing.
Snowrilla.
Yeah, he says it's gorilla times gorilla, and gorilla is not. It's spelt like like guerrilla warfare would be, but it's not. It's not glue. It's gorilla. And then he sent me a bunch of others. I've got like 7 landrace from Hungary, and the stuff is just it's phenomenally different, right? Terpene profile, just bud structure, the feel of it. Almost every aspect is different. It's fun. So you've got your Bored Ape on some runs.
On some cocoa nugs. Yeah.
Some cocoa nugs. You're fucking rocking and rolling into the metaverse world, and now changing lives with the education aspect and onboarding into Web3 through cyberspace.
Yes, sir.
That's what I got from everything that we talked earlier. So if you guys are just joining and listening now, so we've got 4 live here. Talking with my man Trip Voxel is his handle on Instagram. He's creator of cyberspace.io. Cyber is spelt like it is here on the bottom and has been running the whole time. If you haven't went there, shame on you. If you're just now reading it and seeing it, it's okay. Go on in there, check it out. If you have a Twitter account, you're going to want to click that top left box, I believe, if you're looking on a computer screen. It's probably the same on a fucking phone. I would show you.
Yeah, it's just a little box in the middle, where the QR code is.
I would show you on the screen, but I'm busy fucking breaking up this Snowrilla.
No, you all right?
To load up another U-Bong and be ready for 420. So it's 4 minutes and counting. We're not going to miss this one.
We got 4 minutes. All right.
Here, I'm going to put this right there. See, it's 420.
Oh, yeah.
I've got it all the way down. I just missed it while you were talking in the first 420 of the show because I love what you're talking about, the purpose in it, why we met, the future within that. You're fucking took an idea and leveraged the time frame of a piece of a digital art.
What's
right? You leverage
this is
digital art. Oh, and you're on And I was like, is that me? Oh, you're talking on the phone.
Yeah, no. My neighbor, he's like, what app are you on? I don't even know what is this one called? StreamWire?
StreamYard.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, it's the live streaming app.
Yeah, this thing streams to how many different platforms did you say? 8?
Well, we're on 8 different access points, but platforms themselves, if you include many I don't use, provides an answer of I don't know how many different platforms, but I'm gonna say at least 8 different platforms, not just access points. Like right now, we're live in Honeycomb Hydro LLC on Facebook at the page itself. So you can do Facebook pages, Facebook group like Mocana Cup. So there could be people listening there. And then LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and a couple others I don't remember because I've never used or seen the logo, right?
Okay.
That's that brand awareness. And
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If you're not in it and you don't know it, it's okay. But then there's those that have mastered it on a level like Nike and things. But then, that's what.
Well, no, Doritos is the best. Okay, so 100%. Doritos is the #1 brand in the world, and anyone who doesn't know this, in terms of brand like recognition, Doritos is #1 in the world. And the reason that I know that this is facts is because they released a commercial for the NFL a couple years ago, where they did just a red bag and a blue bag, and they never said the word Doritos. It didn't say Doritos on the bag. It was just a blank bag, right? And they were like, oh, it's not Cheetos and it's not Frito, and they did all this stuff, like all these words that rhyme with Doritos, but they never said Doritos, right? The whole time. And then at the end of the commercial, they're like, a commercial without a brand, but you still know what it is. And then it just, boom, I was like, yo, that's actually really real. There's nobody else out there that has a fucking jar that they can just put the jar out and people are like, oh yeah, that's got to be this, or whatever. Like Doritos got it, dude. They're on lock for brand recognition, awesome. Dude. On lock. They're one of the smartest brands out there for recognition.
Recognition's huge. Awareness is crucial, but then reputation just as important. And and that's the thing is like what we built and what I see in it is that access to because the exclusivity and the gated level of community, man, you can really reach out literally to each and every one of that ideal customer profile of fill in the blank product and see what do they truly think about it.
Yep.
Right. And they're ones that care about it because it's on a level they've supported through purchase and involvement in said fill in the blank project that is on the blockchain, regardless which metaverse, sandbox, or other.
Regardless of anywhere. Correct. Yeah. So Sandbox is like the best onboarding metaverse out there for most people. I mean, they are doing Minecraft importation. So if you built a Minecraft map in the real world at any point in time, right? You can take that, you can NFT the map, right? And you can import it in, and then you can sell it as a level to Atari.
Wow. That's what they call on Twitter some crazy alpha, bro.
Yeah, so Sandbox has that. They're doing the same thing for Roblox. So
tray, but I just rolled the raw.
Yeah, you just rolled that other one, huh? So you probably almost empty on there. So all right.
There's a little bit of shit, but it's all right. The dog don't come back here. That's the problem. He's spilling weed. My little Yorkie poo will eat the fuck out of this weed, and then he gets all fucking crazy wobbly ass. He's hilarious.
Right?
He's so funny. Then he like runs fucking back and forth crazy, and then pisses uncontrollably. Like quit eating all the fucking weed, man. But he too has a fucking endocannabinoid system that wants certain when there's a couple strains, man, he'll fucking go after the shit on the tray. If I leave it around, there's others he'll fucking leave alone, but same with me with the plant. If I brush against some of the ones I grow, it breaks me out like poison ivy. Right? My body on that terpene level of it, because I'm in there not being nice. I'm stress training,
Right.
and breaking leaves. So I'm gonna smell what it expresses because what I'm putting it through, and and that's where a lot of people are like, oh, bugs are bad and this. Well, if you don't know how to get rid of them, yes, but bugs themselves can come through at least in the beginning stage and pull out a level of expression of the plant you do want, right? That
Right.
terpene expression, it's a defense mechanism on many levels, right? Now, is it extreme as some products that I'm working to get in, like Blue Magic? Have you heard of Blue Magic?
I've not.
Okay, so it's made in Oklahoma, from a Oklahoman fucking landrace hemp strain.
Okay.
And it didn't, I forgot what he said characteristic wise, it had 0% everything, right? So it was 0% THC. And what you're wanting is him, but it had no cannabinoid.
Right, none.
On the record of it, like it was just ridiculous. But its profile ended up smelling like that of the same level of what an aphid does, dying.
Okay.
And then that is Blue Magic. So it's used to repel bugs, and it kills powdery mold, and it's a fucking repellent made by the plant for the plant.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Right. And then
So
they do many other things. They got a dispensary and a lab and a lot of stuff. And they're, but when you're running something like Mocana Cup and you go to companies in Oklahoma, luckily they're close and I can leverage, hey, you drove through this area, Southwest Missouri, how many times to get to Kansas City or St. Louis to promote your company, because that's what they had to do. I know, right. I've talked with many, many companies, right? Well, wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to go that far? And you can all just come here, and they all want that.
Right.
I didn't make the countdown with my banners, but it is.
You did not, but it is definitely well past 420, and I definitely have been smoking, so we're good.
And I rolled mine and spilled, and I'm sure you guys are smoking while I'm just rambling on. But we did make a real 420 2 times.
Yep.
First one counted. We didn't acknowledge it in any way and give you guys fair warning, and that's not fair. So I do apologize.
That's true.
If you don't have smoke, I'm gonna smoke this one for you, and I'm sorry that you don't have it. If it's for reasons of living in a state that isn't legal,
you should move.
I feel for you. And you
is that bad advice? No, it's not. I tell people all the time, listen, if you are a stoner and you live somewhere where it's illegal and you smoke hella weed, right? And you're actually out there risking going to jail for smoking weed when you could just move somewhere and not, like, dude, just move. Just move. Like, just move. You can go back to the state in a couple years when they switch over, because they're going to have to, right? Because every state that's done it is making how much more money in taxes?
Exactly.
So much that they don't have to take money from the government for roads, for school, for all of these different things, right? I mean, if you look at Vegas, for example, or Colorado, right? Nevada, between the casinos and the weed, they do not have state taxes. They do not have fucking sales tax. They do not have fucking nothing for the fucking locals. Like, if you have a local ID for Nevada, you don't pay sales tax at the dispensary. You don't pay a fucking sin tax when you go places. None of that shit. The tourists pay it. You don't. You just show them your local ID. There's a local discount for fucking everything in Vegas. Everything. And the discount is that you don't pay taxes.
Won't it be great when there's like the ecosystem of the local collective working together, and the right NFT being that same fucking access? It's like, when it comes through, it's where each NFT itself, because it has a contract, can be its own reward wallet.
Correct.
It just matters where is it a reward to.
Correct.
That's it.
So, Polka City, for example, since we're bringing up rewards, Polka City is a metaverse. Okay. It's run by Polkadot. Most people probably don't even know what Polkadot is. Basically, it's a translator. Basically, it's a translator system for the blockchain that allows for all of the networks to be able to communicate with each other, and you can move your NFTs from one blockchain to another through Polkadot.
Okay.
they are recognized by the SEC as a blockchain software, not a financial
Because
tool. So they're
transportation
actually,
software, an access
yeah. So
point
they,
to delivery
yep,
point.
yes, but they have
Got
a metaverse that you can purchase business. It's called Polka City, and you can purchase metaverse businesses as NFTs, and you get paid every week. That is how the token gets added to the economy for the game. The only way the tokens come out of the bank is through the different businesses that are held inside of the game only. And so you get paid for holding the business, just like you would if you were mining and you held a miner, right? You held a little Bitcoin miner and you had a computer that mined Bitcoin and right? You held one of those. Same thing. That would pay you every week, right? Okay. So in here, you can just buy a business in the metaverse and it pays you tokens every week, forever. And then there's active income on top of it. So you can choose to run that business, right? Like I hold a limo, right? And that limo pays me 900 coins every week just for holding it. I can just go claim them whenever I want. I can cash them out, send them to my bank account. I can spend them on the debit card, the whole fucking 9 yards, right? But secondarily, I can drive that limousine around the game and I can transport people from one place to another, right? And there's a fare that I can charge in the game for doing that, right? I get to set my fare to drive people around. Same as if I had a taxi cab inside the game. Same thing. Those also have a fare, right? To go into the nightclub, there is a cover charge at the door, right? But Lil Wayne might be inside, right? He gets 50% of the cover charge of the door for being inside for that hour, right? He's going to get the door charges. And the other 50% goes to the owner of the nightclub, which also might be him, right? So like Kevin Hart, he could own a disco or a nightclub, right? Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, all these major guys, they could all own one, right? And you could literally just go there and support their artists and all of their own stuff and all of that. They could release all their NFT music there. They could release all their regular music and just play it streaming there, right? They don't even have to release it as NFTs. They can release it through the label how they're doing it now. Any artist who's not even an independent artist, right, can do this and participate in this and make money outside of their label where they're actually getting the full return, right? Where it's not getting taken 85, 90% of it is being taken out by the label beforehand, right? Most artists, if you go buy a $20 CD, right, 19 of those dollars don't go to the artist. 19 of them go to the label, right? And then maybe 2 of it goes to the guy who created the CD, 1 of it goes to the guy who did this, that, and the next thing, whatever, right? But the label still ends up with a huge lion's share compared to the artist who's actually making all of the music and whose voice and name is actually recognized and known, right? That's not actually fair, absolutely at all. And that's not really how I believe it should be run, right? So I'm very much in support of a lot of different things that have a different system than that. And Polka City allows for any musician of any kind, whether they're independent or not. Now, an independent artist can release their music as NFTs, and then they could also put those NFTs on the wall of the nightclub, and people could just come up and buy them right then and there, right? And there's a little shop inside that you can fill with different merchandise, okay? So people can go into the shop in the nightclub, and they can buy your merch, and you get 100% of that too, right? So, one of the things that I have personally been working on the side also, just in support of the fact that Polka City is creating that system and availability for the world, right, is I created something called the Bitbot Society. And the Bitbot Society is a print-on-demand metaverse merchandise for Polka City. So it's a creative zero, meaning that you can, when you buy the NFT, you get the license to use it for whatever you want. You can put it on whatever you want and make your funds off of that. No problem. We don't charge any royalty or anything for you to use it. Once you buy the IP, you have the IP, right? So then we created a system where we have print on demand into the metaverse. So we made the templates for like a hoodie and a guitar and a pair of pants and a hat and some shoes and a skateboard and all these different things. We have 3,000 different ones that we made so far. And they're all skinnable with your Bitbot. So if you have a Bitbot, you can then go skin it, right? So we have Slim Jimmy, for example, from Ray Shremmerd, right? Slim Jimmy he's got Slimbot, right? He's got a Bitbot. He named it Slimbot, right? He can use the bot inside of the game as his avatar to go DJ all his stuff and stream all his music inside of the nightclub, the whole 9 yards, right? Secondarily, he can then take that same avatar picture, that 2D picture, and put it on to the print on demand merch, right? And then other people can come buy that hoodie, right? And they can say, oh, this is Slimbot hoodie. Let's go. So they go get the Slimbot hoodie, right? Well, all of that goes directly to Slim Jimmy then, right? Because that's his. He bought the template from us, right? And he now printed it with his Bitbot. That is now his piece of merchandise. So 100% of that goes back to him when he sells it, right? That doesn't come to us. That's not meant for us. The Bitbot Society makes their money off of the templates being printed in the first place, right? We're charging all of the artists a couple dollars for each template that they print out. Okay. And that is just to go to all of the different team members that built that thing, the guy who built the actual image, right? The guy who rigged it, the guy who actually made it possible for it to be imported into the metaverse, all the different people, right, that were involved in making that template happen. They all get $1 every time one is printed. Okay. For every template, we're just giving them $1, right? For every template. And so since there's 10,000 Bitbots, if all of them make one hoodie, right? All of our guys who made those things, they all get $10,000. That's great for them, right? So we figured that is actually enough of an incentive from the artists and stuff. We can give them a huge ability to make all of their funds capable. And it doesn't really cost us anything besides the time that it actually took for our artists to build it out and rig it and make it accessible for the people, right? And once that's done, it's done, right? So $1 is fine.
Unreal, dude. We're gonna have you back here. I'm glad the Mocana Cup is a 12. We got like 12 weeks left, right? And then that's gonna be leading into 420, and then all the announcements for the physical event in September, and when all that's verified, it's gonna be fucking amazing. But we're gonna have you back like 64 different times.
Oh yeah, bro. Invite me anytime.
Hell yeah. We typically run the show for an hour. We're about 1:30 now, so I want to go ahead and thank everybody for listening. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course.
I've been lazy and I've just kept your domain down there the whole time.
That's okay. That's good enough.
Made it easy. I could focus, listen, and get high. It's great to be a host and do things, but man, it's real nice to sit back and listen to other people's brilliance and how they're changing the world. So. Thank you for joining us. You'll be back again. And
next time we'll have to talk about the Kevin Hart project, Confessions from the Heart, and the Crypto Magazine and everything he's got going on with that. Because we just dropped a Decentralcon Miami. I work on that team as well, right? So we can talk all about that. We can drop all the alpha, all the news. But Confessions from the Heart, definitely check it out.
Confessions from the Heart. I'm gonna have to type that up on a banner here. I always go out playing some type of video I made or someone else.
Let's go.
We always do videos on and videos out. It's a fun way to go. I told everybody on the last and a couple other podcasts that listen to the beginning, listen to the middle, listen to the end, but I might as well just listen to all of it. But that beginning and the ends are very important. So that's where we get our brand recognition and shout outs to our sponsors and then actually, like what you just led into the next show because of, you said Kevin Hart, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I work for his Web3 department.
I just wanted to clear that through for people that were listening. They may have missed it and said, did he just throw that off like, oh yeah, then there's a Kevin Hart? Yes, he did.
Yes. So Kevin Hart has a NFT project in Web3 called Confessions from the Heart. And the NFT is a virtual access pass to the screening room. Okay. So you can, once you have it, you can go and you can watch all of the episodes of Confessions from the Heart, which are animated little 3D episodes of Kevin telling all these little stories about his life and words of wisdom and experiences and all these little life stories. It's pretty cool. But we animated all of them. And Broadway did. He animated all of them. He's been doing really amazing things. And so, anyways, once you get the NFT, you get to come in there. We also have a spatial. We have a whole bunch of other metaverses that we're looking to jumping into and to releasing different stuff into for Confessions. And big thing, once you get your Confessions from the Heart, you go mint one, whatever. You can go onto the little kevinhartnation.io, and you can get your t-shirt. And also, even if you don't have the NFT, everyone can get heart tokens. So on kevinhartnation.com, there is the ability for you to go and create a wallet for wallet.kevinhartnation. And that will actually allow you to go and collect heart tokens from retweeting and participating with the different things for Confessions, whether you hold an NFT or not. And you can spend the heart tokens on all kinds of different things, like a t-shirt, hats, VIP tickets to an event, all kinds of different stuff.
Oh shit, we might be bringing you back next week so we can, because the sooner you get people get engaged, they always know, if you have missed out on Bitcoin and you missed out on this and we're gonna give you the opportunity not to miss out. So we'll probably be bringing you back next week. Just
bro, let me
make
know
it a weekly
anytime.
thing from the sounds of it, and
sure, we can do that.
It's that community aspect of what's possible through social media, but these gated levels of community. Really, it starts by showing up and giving a shit. And once you're there, it doesn't cost much of anything. It's a little step and a nudge of, maybe you don't go get a fucking coffee every day for 1 week, or some projects 1 day. Because, and that $5 to $50 investment, it opens up doors to unlimited possibilities. So
unlimited possibilities. So, for example,
we can't give many more examples. I got to shut it down. Damn it.
Yes. Okay. So
you close it out, and then I'm gonna finish with some Faceless Nation waiting room. And,
so I got into the Kevin Hart project through Twitter, through my connections in Web3, right? So I had hired a guy named Broadway for the Bitbot Society to be my art director and to animate and rig the Bitbots for Polka City, right? And so upon doing that, I actually found out that Broadway worked with Kevin Hart, and Kevin had hired a whole bunch of teams to launch all of the stuff, right? And set the NFT up, set up the project, set up all of these different things, set up the wallet, set up the tokens, and this and that and the next thing, right? He didn't have anybody on to run the things after they were set up, right? He hadn't contracted anyone to do that. So he said, Broadway, since you're my animator and you're super in Web3 already, and this is what we're doing, I'm going to let you pick the team, right, of people. And so Broadway reached out to me and he said, Trip, I really need a hand, bro. I need somebody to help me design out the virtual economics for what this is going to be. And I said, you know what, Broadway, I got you, buddy. So we jumped in right together, and we've been going hard ever since. We picked up Jane and Sunny and a couple other people. It's been really good. But just recently, we got on the front cover of the Crypto magazine. And Cyberspace is also in there, as are the Bitbots and the Brainstorm panel. So that was, a very big thing for all of us. And that is dropping in 19 countries worldwide right now until the end of December. And then we'll be on the digital mag for the Crypto Weekly for the whole month of January for Confessions from the Heart as well. So there's a lot of marketing coming down the road for that project. And, getting involved early is probably better than later, right? As we all know in the Web3 space, right? The downside of being early is that you have to wait, right? The downside of being early is that you have to wait for the updates, right? But once the updates happen, if you're already involved, when the spike from the updates happen, you end up very much benefiting from that spike instead of missing it, right? So like that is something to definitely consider when you're picking different NFT projects to jump into is actually how far along are they, right? Things that are a lot further along and already have a huge like, this is what we're doing and we have this plan and this is the amount of time, right? And you're aware, like Star Atlas, right? They're huge, but their roadmap says that they're not actually launching the game for 6 years, right? You can go play the little beta right now and, you know, dock your ship and whatever, but the actual game doesn't launch for 6 years. Okay.
That's crazy.
Investing into something 6 years from now is smart for small investments. But to take something like 100K or 500K or $1 million or $10 million or $100 million and put it into something that isn't launching for 6 years, when you could put it into something that launches next month, or you could put it into something that launches in 6 months or a year, right? You're actually reducing your potential gains by so much that it can be a negative, right? So you have to consider, when is the updates happening? When is the marketing happening? When is the launching happening? When are these different things happening according to the roadmap? And then you determine where you're going to buy in at where the highest value proposition is and getting in before that point.
Damn straight. Well, like I said, we're going to be bringing you back, and you can educate all of us on what you just said.
Yeah, brother. I would be way more than happy to jump on anytime.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you again for joining. You guys, cyberspace.io, check it out. And here,
yeah, make sure you pre-register.
This music here is Faceless Nation by the Faceless Architect, part of you know, the NFT collaboration focus, and you know what I can do to say, you know, showcase the other projects out there, but a way to say, you know, thanks and showcase my own NFT. So the top right of it, of this Stoned Ape Evolved, it has a long story through it. We'll be having Faceless on here to talk about it here later. But this is a gold card access, so it's one of the higher levels into his project, and it just comes with extra things, including like, you know, time with Faceless himself, and it's amazing what is there. And stay with us; you'll learn how to get access to these things and learn about other projects that are out there, right? But here's the music. It's Faceless. We've been talking with Trip Voxel with Cyberspace. You'll be seeing more of him because the amount we can learn is unfucking believable. So thank you again, Trip. And
hey, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you bringing me on.
Hell yeah. So thanks to all you listeners, all our sponsors, too many to name, so you know who you are, and the videos that we have express it as well. So have a great night, stay lifted, and remember, guys, we do grow stronger together. So much love.
They all fight. Let's go. Want the beast of the earth. They all fighting. While the beasts of the earth still feed off the.
Let me show you something.
We can get burly remarks and dodge. You can't stay the king of the parking lot. I don't stay scared if you bark a lot. Spend too much time around parks and shots at the park in the dark with the heads hang low and the primo smoke to wash out your clothes and the weed don't smoke. That failed your test violation, probation. The case can't rest. Violation of the nation face down in this mess. Corporation motivation when the police can invest. Manufacturing the product of criminals. They don't try to hide it subliminal. The products in the pocket of the prison holes, and we are the product. They sell back our souls. We earn the profits and hell as it goes. We are a populace who fell to the ghosts and the profits in prison unlocked. War on drugs is driving the stock. Said the war on drugs. This was driving the stock.
Let's go.
The beast of the earth still feed on the poor.
Talking in language, freedom and peace, man of the land. and the anguish he speaks. TV potholes, deep like Atlantis, free from the land with plans of expansion. My angle's the dankest, jammed with the rap kids, painting the mansions, smoothing the blocks, strudels a pop, move it you lost, tough sounds,
Let's go.
and duck down.
Let me show you something.
Don't leave me.
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 Some teachers are preachers are keepers of love. While the beasts of the earth still feed off the blood. Some teachers are preachers are keepers of love. While the beasts of the earth still trample blood. In prison projects, to prison pockets, to the prison projects, the prison pockets, the light and the might, bring a sight to the blind, spill love in the mud, clean your eyes in the shrine. Power to the people, screaming fuck all the lies, cause the prison leaders evil is a fucking hate crime. Sisters in the earth band together to the lies, and the truth sets us free, you're at cleanse in their eyes, bring wars and greater men, fight wars for greedy men, the poorest and bleeding men, the war abused men, important priests and sand, religion buried in, the blood is deepening, the love is creeping in. Divorce and the force is the course that we're married in, choose to refuse, see the tombs of the buried men, views they confuse while they choose what they carry and proves that the truth that you lose is share will.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Yo, that was a jam.
Right, dude. Like,
Trip.
I was gonna
I
say,
was like, oh, let's go.
It says your fucking name. So I just because I've got here's another. When I finish out here, some Okana Cup focus on some Jack Hare. My focus, my character for the strain Jack Hare is Jack Terror. He's a little fucking bunny rabbit. You'll see the logo, but you know who Louis is, and
Yep.
This is his NFT, and then access to him and capabilities to showcasing. He makes music videos, so just in the spirit of what I got, I'm gonna play on the way out. Fuck it, we can run it, make it 2 hour. I don't give a shit.
Let's go.
I wanted to do some shout out to Louis as well. But yeah, Faceless there, and that song, that's just one of the off the entire album, right? Because it's a gold card, I have access to the entire album.
Right.
And and just list certain things, but him as a marketing individual, as a father, as he exposes himself to be learned about who he is and the vulnerability in that, and because of it's those elements that make this community so amazing. That being with
Right.
cannabis, that also being with crypto, they run along with each other. We'll be having Crypto Cannabis Club on here, and it's just a lot of fun transitions and learning. And we're gonna play one more video here to get the sponsorship logo on there on our way out of the ones that are there. If you guys want to, if you're interested in becoming one, you can email Mary Jane at Mocanacup. You can hit me up on any platform, Kara up on any platform. Reach out to Trip. There's songs from other people that has his name in it. Right? I didn't plan that shit.
Let's go.
That's just how it happened. So,
No, it's funny. A lot of people actually use the word trip like when referring to like a ghost entity in rap for some reason. And so I've actually found in a lot of places that there are a ton of little rap lyrics that I could actually just like cut out, right? And I could have like a whole little montage of like just rappers just shouting out my name, right? And it's like not because everyone uses it. They all use it, bro. It's so funny. Like, I was like, actually, like, I didn't notice until after I took on the moniker, right? And then I was like, you know what? That actually works for a lot of stuff. I should make a little montage video. So I might do that someday where I just go and find all the different raps with the word.
I'm gonna be listening to every song to see if it does say trips. So this song here is Foreigner's World by Louis, Crypto God. Fucking he's just unbelievable. We'll have him back on the show again if you didn't see the first episode. And for this, I'm gonna kill it. And you guys all have a blessed night, especially you, man. Trip, you'll be back.
Hey,
so.
you too, brother.
we'll kick it on up, bring it full screen so you guys can get the video. And thanks again for joining. So much love. Have a blessed night. Stay lifted.
Yeah, much love. Thank you all the people for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. And I appreciate y'all, tapping in with the alpha and just listening to us be all freaking crazy in here all night,
Yeah, that's how we do it. And thanks for you guys listening on Twitter. StreamYard is working to get API to adapt once Elon allows commenting direct back and forth and things that don't exist quite here. Look at this. Kara's coming back to join us.
Oh, wow. Look at that. We were here long enough. She made it all the way back.
She made
Holy cow.
Picked up Kenton, made it back. All right.
Yeah.
So, we just played some Faceless and fucking me and Trip were jamming out and I didn't have us up there. I can love that song. But I'm getting ready to play some Louis and because it's got some of the Mocana Cup sponsory focus on there and acknowledgement and that good stuff. But more importantly, he's got Louis. And the capabilities of people like him, like yourself, like Trip, and the communities that come with the NFT. It's amazing how many don't understand that the community is the largest leverage in any project if you're looking at it from the right perspective. That's just how I see it. But glad you made it back safe, Canna. We're not gonna kill it, so it's only 2 hours. This video, I think, 7 minutes. So
okay.
Do you have anything to say before I play the video?
I'm good. I don't know what you were talking about.
You gotta say your fucking slogan, damn it.
Yeah, stay high, stay fly. Wait,
Boom.
stay fly, stay high.
Is it which one?
I'm high. You're high. We're high. It's okay.
Make sure you practice your high Kwando.
High Kwando lessons coming every week. Just coming back to teach some High Kwando. So here's a video out. Much love. Have a blessed night. We can't go longer than 2 hours. It's too much. Love you guys. Oh shit, I removed the video.
Well, I guess it's just us now. We are the video.
There it is. I saved it.
Let's go. Get Mo from your grow.
16. And
so this is a Jack Terror from hydrogenetics. Lineage is Jack Terror, that I used to call Jack Herrera, but that's wrong.
Yo, bro, it's gonna be lit, man. I got mad girls outside. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to figure this. I'm trying to finish this project.
Nah, bro, stop that, bro. You've been working all day long. Sometimes you need to take a break to get the inspiration to finish what you gotta finish.
I really do have to finish this.
Bro, you don't need to finish that, bro. Put this pencil down. Take this paper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I need you to be out. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
Bro, for you, man, you deserve it.
Alright, yeah,
Let's be out, man.
That's right. Yeah. Man, when I get up here, I feel alive. Yeah. Know that gotta keep that head up. We young, so we fucking shed up. Chasing happiness and cheddar. Believe me, I do not know better. 24 years old, I'm writing this letter for the people who are struggling, man, just keep your head up. It's gonna get better, just don't give up. Remember that I'm with you, there's no I, it's just us. Party till tomorrow is a must. I will bring the shorties, just bring liquors, no discussion. I do this with some love and then some passion. I never hold grudges, I move past it. I lasted this long, I gotta grasp it. Know that, gotta keep that head up. We young, so we fucking shed up. Chasing happiness and cheddar. Believe me, I do not know better. Know that, gotta keep that head up. We young, so we fucking shed up. Chasing happiness and cheddar. Believe me, I do not know better. But I do this with my soul and with my mind. I'm just trying to figure this shit, am I right? I feel like I got it, sometimes I'm feeling blind. But I'm positive, always one of a kind, yeah. I'm on the grind, and I see the signs. I'm all about mine, don't stay behind, I'm gonna get signed. Because I'm defined, always being kind. I pray out of love, and homie you'll shine. I keep to myself, like a book in the shelf. If you do not know me, so just keep to yourself. And I'm about to go, and I'm about to roll. And I am like, whoa, you know I just flow, stay high, never low. And I'm about to celebrate, I'ma honor my soul. If foreigners war since 4 years old, always chasing gold. Not talking about money, talking about my soul. While some people sleep, I'm in my zone. Know that, gotta keep the head up. We young, so we fucking shed up. Chasing happiness and cheddar. Believe me, I do not know better. Know that, gotta keep that head up. We young, so we fucking shed up. Chasing happiness and cheddar. Believe me, I do not know better. 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 And if I let her, she might come. And she gets what